yourself on air.
Good evening and welcome to the Neutrals Wellbeing Centre for your City of Birmingham Rockets versus London Cavaliers playoff match. Tip-off will be in about 28 minutes. So make sure you've got everything you need, because this one's going to be an absolute cracker, as one of these teams looks to go through and face the Newcastle Knights in the semi-final.
Okay, good. You just need to drop it down a fraction because it's a bit hot. We haven't got the attenuator, so try not to go above the 5. Yeah, okay.
So we just sort some pre-match levels out, but as I was saying, going to be an absolute cracker this evening between the City of Birmingham Rockets and the London Cavaliers. And of course, it's your 3rd seed versus your 6th seed. And we know the 2nd seed Newcastle Knights won earlier today against the Yorkshire Dragons, and they will be the opponents for the winners here this evening. Obviously, Rockets have the home advantage due to being the higher seed. And it's going to be really interesting to see which one of the teams wins this evening, because Rockets sort of tailed off towards the end of the season, not the best finish. And we'll see if they can sort themselves out. Obviously, they did have the BCB Cup win, and I feel like maybe a lot of effort went towards that, and the league sort of fell to the wayside. Of course, Rockets ended the season 18-8, while the Cavaliers finishing at 15-11, so not too much in it. And there's some key players on both sides, and we'll get into them shortly. But of course, playoffs here for the Rockets, the first time in the BCB, obviously the inaugural season. Both teams, we're hoping to go all the way and take home that illustrious first title. Just over 15 minutes now until tip-off of this BCB playoff quarter-final between the City Birmingham Rockets and London Cavaliers. Make sure you've got any snacks and refreshments you want for the game, because once it's started you will not want to miss a second of this action here at the Neutrals Wellbeing Centre this evening. And just 10 minutes now until the tip-off of this BCB quarter-final for the playoffs between the City of Birmingham Rockets and the London Cavaliers. Obviously the third place plays the sixth place here. The neutral as well being centre. We have some player intros shortly, but everyone here is hyped for this match. Obviously the winners will go and face the second-seeded Newcastle Knights in the semi-final, and that will be an interesting one. Obviously this one, the next one, and then the final after that. So teams will be fighting. Anyone has the chance here in the BCB, and teams will be wanting some silverware. Obviously Rockets already going home with the BCB trophy this season, but the league is that much more sweeter, and everyone wants to win the playoffs here.
Good evening and welcome to tonight's quarterfinal action between the teams. Introducing our away visitors tonight for the Cavaliers, we have number 3, Darren Babsey.
And we're getting some player intros here. We've got Darren Babsey, number 4, AJ Roberts, number 7, Kaylin Pancho-Bedwood, Aaron Pine, number 10, Juan Manning, number 11, Joe Richards, number 12, Daniel Dezel Lowry, number 13, Mecky Collins, number 15, Markel Beasley, number 23, Dan Brester. And that is the London Cavaliers lineup there. And now we're going into the City of Birmingham Rockets lineup. The Rockets always putting on a great show here for the player intros. Very reminiscent of the Chicago Bulls. And they'll be hoping to pull out a performance like the Chicago Bulls this evening as they try to take down the London Cavaliers and move through to the playoff semi-finals. We'll be starting with number 0, Ronald Blaine. Number 1, Philip Basiudis. Number 3, Eric Donaldson, obviously finals MVP. Number 5, Adrian Mutafori. And number 6, Lucas McGregor. Number 7, Martin Gale, the captain. Oh, sorry, Faris Mughal on number 7. Number 8, Martin Gale. Number 9, Tom Grayling. 14, Orlan Jackman. Number 14, Zach Powell. Number 16, Larry Duru. And finishing off with Luke Okosiemi. And there's your City of Birmingham Rockets lineup. We've got just about 4 minutes until tip-off. So if you're looking to get any snacks, any drinks in, I'll be doing it now. If you're after a cup of tea, you might have just enough time to boil that kettle before this one tips off. It's going to be high octane, going to be high action. Lots of pressure on these players here, as this is the playoffs. Win and you're in, lose and you're gone. And everyone will be fighting just for that chance to get through to the next round. Play the Newcastle Knights in the semi-finals, and of course have a chance to go to that finals and ultimately take home glory. It's going to be interesting to see how the teams sort of settle into this one. It's a bit more high stakes than you're used to. Obviously the City of Birmingham Rockets did play in the BCB Trophy final, but can they recreate a bit of that form here this evening? Because it's all different under the lights. Of course, City of Birmingham Rockets coming in as the 3rd seed, 18 and 8. Meanwhile, the Cavaliers, the 6th seed, 15 and 11. And there's some main men we want to watch this evening. Zach Powell, 7th in scoring in the league, scoring 481 points, averaging 18.5 points per game. That is for the City of Birmingham Rockets. But just behind him, Juan Manning for the London Cavaliers, 479 points in the regular season, just 2 points behind Zach Powell, averaging just under what Zach did, 18.4 for the London Cavaliers. And it's going to be interesting to see, as they're very different types of scorers. Juan Manning likes a free ball, 89 points, or 89 threes, sorry, for Juan Manning. 3rd in the league. Well, Zach Powell, a lot more mid-range, a lot more drive into the basket, and of course great on his free throws. Rockets not really have any high volume 3-point shooters, at least none in the top 10 in the league. It'll be interesting to see if anyone turns up. Obviously, playoffs is where everything comes out. You're trying your hardest, you're hitting your shots. Some people get really hot, and that's the difference between going through to the next round or going home. And of course, defensively, Rockets want to lean on big man Luke Okosiemi, coming up with 60 blocks this season, 25 clear of 2nd place, leading the league. And that's just an astronomical number. I mean, he really uses his stature to great effect to defend that rim. However, it's not like Cavaliers are weak on the defensive end either. Daniel Braster, 2nd in defensive rebounds, 164. And that's a great stat to have, and is exactly what you want. Obviously, with Rockets shooting a good amount of mid-range, they'll have players in the paint. And if your players are getting the rebounds, they've got no chance at second chance points. Meanwhile, Rockets not having any defensive rebounders in the top 10. Not too shabby on the offensive end for the Cavaliers either, with Mickey Collins, 2nd in offensive rebounds with 89. And Cavaliers going to really try and make the most of their rebounding prowess on both ends of the field here. While Rockets will lean on Okosiemi's size and blocks, as well as their swift ball movement. See if they can get ahead in this one. He's got about 10 seconds until the teams finish their huddles and get onto the court. And this one's going to be electric. The atmosphere in here is amazing. The perfect mix of anticipation and a little bit of nerves. And we'll see which side can settle them first as we look to get this BCB playoff quarterfinal underway as the teams begin taking the court. And it's going to be the London Cavaliers playing in the white strip and the City Birmingham Rockets playing in the red strip. As the referees just get all the players on the court here as we get prepared for the tip-off. And I think it's going to be very important to see who strikes first in this one. Who's going to be the first team to get maybe a 4-6 point lead and really put that, try and press that advantage over the other team. Obviously the playoffs can turn quick and you might start lacking for a moment and all of a sudden you're 10 points down in the game, you're chasing it. Obviously the difference in the playoffs is a lot more high intensity, a lot more energy. That can really tire you out if you're there chasing the game. You really want to be the ones in control. No one wants to chase the game, so you get ready for the tip here. Ball is up and it's gone the way of the London Cavaliers. They're going to end up with the ball in their hands. And it's Roberts on the ball here. And Cavaliers looking to strike first blood here. Gets in the paint and is jammed down straight away. And Cavaliers will take the 2-point advantage here. And let's see how Rockets react. I can see Emmy now on the ball. McGregor. The lane. Posting up here. Goes to the basket and equalises. 2 points apiece here. And we've got to really watch who breaks the duck here. Who breaks the scoring rhythm. Obviously the first stop's going to be crucial in this one. As Cavaliers just taking their time. The ball is stolen here by Rockets. And McGregor's going to take it all the way. And it's put back in by Zach Powell after Lucas McGregor just couldn't quite get his layup to go. Now Rockets take the lead 4 points to 2. Free ball there from Braston, no good. It's going to be out of bounds here. Rockets ball.
Let's go, Rockets, let's go.
And Zach Powell inbounds it there to Lucas McGregor. Donaldson now. Zach Powell driving. Okasiemi look for an option. Gives it back to Zach Powell. 7 on the shot clock now. Powell gives it to Okasiemi in the paint. It's going to be out of bounds with just over a second on the shot clock. Rockets really got to get the ball in their hands and get it up. Powell shoots the three and it's short. And Cavaliers here looking to equalise the scores. Driving here. Floater off the glass, no good. Tipped out, tipped away. Just find its way into Cavaliers' hands. Manning here for 3, no good. Going to be seeing a lot of Manning shooting from 3 this evening. As Okasiemi here. Now McGregor. And McGregor sinks the 3 and Rockets lead 7 points to 2. And this is where Cavaliers need to answer. You don't want to start trailing too much too early. Roberts on the ball now. He's going to shoot the 3. No good over the backboard and out of bounds to Rockets ball. And Powell's going to inbound it to McGregor here. Romblane. Okusiemi. It's an Alois handoff freeze here. McGregor shoots another one. That one's wide. Cavaliers. And big three there. Cutting the lead down to 5. That was one Manning. Rockets leading 7 points to 5 here. Now Donaldson on the ball here. Zach Powell. Powell puts it up and he gets fouled on the way up. And he's going to get to the line for 3 here. Shot clock running out. Cavaliers didn't really need to foul. But they do, and they give Zach Powell a second chance here. Get a chance at 3 from the line. And Zach Powell sinks the first. And he sinks his second. Rockets leading by 4 currently. Zach Powell with a chance to make it 5. And he puts all 3 in. Has been great from the line all season. And is continuing that form into the playoffs. Rockets leading by 5 now. McGregor guarding Manning. Collins now. Back to Manning. Cavaliers trying to make something happen. And rebound goes the way of Zach Powell. Good defense there from the City of Birmingham Rockets. And Romblane can't quite make something of that, and now Rockets on the back foot. And it's no good. Zach Powell's presence enough to put Cavaliers off. We have a jump ball now. No, we have a foul, my apologies. And it'll go the way of the London Cavaliers. Resta now. And a little move in the post there to pick up 2 for the Cavaliers. Rockets still leading 10 points to 7. Okusiemi now. Belane. Donaldson. 10 on the shot clock here. Rockets going to try and make something happen. Donaldson will put it up for 3. In and out there. Brasta with the rebound and now looking to go with pace. Driving, he takes it all the way, and Cavaliers only down by 1 point now. And the first quarter where Rockets were in control, all of a sudden slipping away from them here. Okusiemi, Donaldson nearly gets stripped. Zach Powell, Blaine. He's going to get fouled on the way up and again sets the line for 2. First one is good there for Romblane. And second one is good. Rockets lead by 3. With just under 5 minutes gone in this first quarter. Cavaliers look to get back in. 1 3-pointer would do it, and it's one Manning, probably the man to do it. Looking to find some space here. Choose the running layup, no good there. And Rockets looking to capitalise on this with Romblane. It's going to be out of bounds there. Rockets ball. Inbounds to Zach Powell, and he'll shoot it straight off the catch. No good, unfortunately, for him. And Cavaliers looking to press the pace again. Brasta sizing up Donaldson here. Juan Manning keeps it alive. A foul on the floor here against Roberts. It's going to be the Cavaliers' ball. And Ron Blaine committing that one for the Rockets. 2 team fouls apiece here. Ball inbounds to Collins. Now back to Manning. 9 on the shot clock. He's going to drive. And puts it in on the layup there. Rockets lead by 1. McGregor now. Now Blaine. And Blaine with no effort in the post there to restore a 3-point advantage for the Rockets. Cavaliers trying to fight back into this one now. Manning. 3 no good. Rebound falls into Ron Blaine's hands. Now Powell. And Rockets trying to find an opening here. Double dribble there from Donaldson. It's going to go the way of Cavaliers. Three and a half minutes remaining in this first quarter. Rockets up by 3. Manning here gives it to Collins. Cavaliers just trying to find an opening. Collins in the post here. Going out Okosieme. He gets a hand to it. Strong defense there from Okosieme. Lane's 3 no good. The Rockets clearly trying to open up the lead through the 3-point shots here with mixed success. And Okosieme gets another block. And you can see how he's leading the league with 60. And off that, Donaldson picks up 2. Rockets lead by 5. Cavaliers trying to answer back here to the corner. 3 no good. Into Zach Powell's hands. Rockets looking to open up the advantage. Donaldson decides not to take it. McGregor. It's going to slow it down, organise his troops. McGregor's mid-range, no good. And that's going to be out of bounds. Cavaliers ball. Cavaliers making a change now. Trying to shake it up a little bit. Bringing on Desol Lowry. Rockets also going to respond. Bringing on Larry Duru. Obviously one of the academy prospects off to America next year. And he'll be hoping to leave with a BCB championship. Beasley now. And Cavaliers trying to open up a bit of space here. Rockets defense staying strong. 7 on the shot clock here. Someone's got to put it up for the Cavaliers. And it's going to fall into Rockets' hands here. Lane, Donaldson, floater. No good. And Cavaliers get a bit of a let-off there. Up to go again. Brasta. Guarded by Duru. Kicked out. It's going to be a foul on the floor here. It's going to go the way of the Cavaliers. Rockets' 3rd foul of the quarter, and it's committed by Donaldson, his 1st of the game. See Martin Gale here looking to check in for the Rockets. And Zach Powell taking a seat. Cavaliers going to send away Brasta. He's going to pick up 2. Rockets with just a 3-point lead here with a minute remaining in this first quarter. McGregor. Gives it to Blaine. Rockets trying to find that opening. Donaldson. Duru with the 3. And I almost thought it went in there, but it was short. Just grazing the net. Kick out, no good, but it's going to be a foul on the way up. And Martingale there pleading his innocence. But I don't think the referee wants to hear it. This is Richards at the line for 2 here. First one, no good. And the crowd noise, very loud there, but he does make his second. And Rockets lead by 2. McGregor driving and puts it in off the glass. Now can Rockets defend? If they can, they go into the second quarter 4 points up. Cavaliers looking to cut the advantage. Brasta now. Looks like he might hold it and have the last shot himself. Brasta driving. Puts it up, it's in. And that is going to be CB Rockets 18, London Cavaliers 16 at the end of that first quarter. Absolutely electric end-to-end stuff there. And both teams really showing off some of their strengths. So Rockets showing that strong defensive core with Luke Okosiemi's blocks, leading to some fast break points. Meanwhile, Cavaliers showing a great way to break down the defense there with their lovely passing play. It's going to be really interesting to see how both teams fare going into the second and subsequently third and fourth quarters with the added intensity that the playoffs bring. The Rockets got a lot of great talent that doesn't start. Orland Jackman off the bench, great option. The Cavaliers, no slouches either. They've got some of the players that played the most minutes in the league in AJ Robertson, Juan Manning, with 896 for AJ and 894 for Juan. Third and fourth highest totals in the league. Meanwhile, Ron Blaine playing 867 minutes for the CB Rockets, sixth highest in the league. And we're going to see if that takes a toll now in the playoffs. You know, if maybe that's all built up over the season and you get a bit of fatigue, or if these really are absolute Iron Men and they don't care and they'll carry on. And I think the incentive of a trophy at the end will push everyone just that little bit further this evening. Especially when you know if you lose, there's no second chances, you're gone, your season's over, and you'll have to be looking to next year if you want to pick up any silverware. As the teams retake the court here, so we look to get this second quarter underway. As Coach Smith just getting into Luke Okosiemi here, some last minute words before this second quarter starts. And it looks like it'll be Donaldson to inbound to this one. Gives it to Zach Powell and stripped there, but keeps possession of it. Nearly a disastrous start to the second quarter for the CB Rockets. Gale, Blaine now. Kicks to the corner, free, and no good off the iron. Okosiemi fighting for the rebound. And that contested jump ball there going to go the way of the Cavaliers. And the first point is going to be vital in this quarter. Could level or even give Cavaliers the lead, as that's going to be an offensive foul there. It's going to be a Rockets ball. But as I was saying, first point's crucial in this second quarter. Could extend the Rockets' lead or bring the Cavaliers level or even in front. It's just that tight. So have a bit of moisture on the court here. Just going to get that cleared up for the safety of the players. Of course, I think Rockets probably would be favourites in this one, 18-8 versus the 15-11 Cavaliers in the regular season. But Rockets sort of tailing off towards the end of the season. May have some people questioning whether they are on a dip of form. And I'm sure London will be thinking they can take advantage of this one with Zach Powell on the ball now. Hands it off to Blaine. Blaine going to pull up, no good. Oksiemi tips it into the hands of 3 Cavaliers men. Manning now kicks it to the corner, and ball ends up in Rockets' hands. Now Rockets looking to break with pace. Oksiemi goes up and puts it in. It's going to be first points Rockets 1 minute into this second quarter, leading 20 points to 16. And shout of defense around the neutrals well being centre here. Travel going to go the way of the Serbian Rockets. Unfortunate there for the Cavaliers. Thought they may have sprung through the Rockets defense, but no dice. Zach Powell now moving the ball. Ball to Thompson in the corner, not great, so Rockets going to have to recycle. Blaine, pump fake. Ball in the corner now. It's going to be out of bounds or Rockets ball. 5 seconds on the shot clock here. Rockets just need to get it in the hands of someone who can put it up. Ball is in, the Rockets trying to find their spot, and they do! And Rockets extend the lead to 6 points now. And Cavaliers really need to answer if they don't want to let this one get out of hand. Again, a shout of defense around with the ball in Roberts' hands. For a breakdown, Ron Blaine. Cavaliers recycling. It's going to be a foul here. Rockets' first foul of the quarter. It's going to be Cavaliers ball on the sideline. As Martin Gale checks out here for Lucas McGregor. Martin Gale on 2 fouls now. Maybe a little early to get 2 fouls, but sure he'll be all right. Collins now. Sends it off. Manning for 3. Off the iron. Just hasn't been able to get it to go this evening. But it is out of bounds for Cavaliers ball. And they'll have another chance here to attack the Rockets basket. Again, calls for defense here. As Cavaliers just trying to find that opening. Find an open shot. Rasta now. Tries a lovely shot off the glass there. And closes the lead down to 4. Rockets are looking to respond with Powell. He's got out of bounds call here. Rockets ball. Johnson here looking for an open man. Gives to Oksiemi, who finds it into Powell's hands. And the pick and roll here not used. It's going to be Ron Blaine driving. He's going to take it straight to the basket. And he's going to be Rockets leading by 6. So we nearly had a ball on the court there, but we're still good. Cavaliers now looking to answer back. Rasta to the corner. 3 no good. tipped into McGregor's hands. Oxiemi driving, bounce past the Powell, and he's fouled on the way up, and he'll get himself to the line for 2. That was almost exquisite there from Zach Powell. But he will get a chance at the charity stripe for his troubles. It's going to Collins checking out here for the Cavaliers. As Beasley checks in. It's going to be Richards checking out for Roberts as well. And Zach Powell sinks another free throw. That's 4 for him, I do believe, on the night. And he's yet to miss. And he sinks the 5th. The Serbia Rockets looking very commanding in this second quarter, up by 8. But Cavaliers not going to lie down. So they need to win, as the losers are going home. And again, can't get it to go. But it's going to be a foul on the floor here. I think it's committed by Donaldson. It is Donaldson's 2nd of the night. And I can see Faris Mughal getting ready on the bench here. They'll be taking Donaldson out just to make sure he's not in foul trouble later on into the game. So with the playoffs, you don't want to risk anything. You don't want to get 3 fouls early. And then all of a sudden you're sat down for a whole quarter almost. Just to make sure you're not getting ejected later on. And lovely moves there. Under Okosiemi, getting Cavaliers 2 points. Rockets lead by 6. Blaine now. Cavaliers really need this stop. End the shot clock. Okosiemi, dish to McGregor. Shoots the mid-range, and it's good. Rockets restore the 8-point advantage. And Cavaliers looking to get things started quickly. Manning now, and he'll answer back. McGregor here. Blaine driving off the glass, and it's end-to-end stuff here. Rockets back up to 8. Cavaliers looking to answer. Out, and it falls into Zach Powell's hands there. Great defense from the CB Rockets. 3 ball is good. And Mughal will sink the 3. Looks like an 11-point lead for the CB Rockets here. And that's going to force a timeout from the London Cavaliers. Rockets got that first point in this quarter, really ran with it, and have extended their lead to 11. And obviously Cavaliers going to have to pull themselves together here and make sure they lock in, as there's no second chance in the playoffs. You lose here and you're going home, your season's over. And Rockets will be advancing to face Newcastle if it stays as is. I think one of the issues for the Cavaliers this evening is the 3-point shots just not going in. Juan Manning's had a couple, but they just haven't found their usual mark. Uncharacteristic for him. Meanwhile, Rockets hyper efficient. They're going to be shooting the most threes, but making sure their 2s go. A lot of mid-range, and Zach Powell's drives to the basket really causing issues for the Cavaliers defense. They're going to get to the line 5 times this evening. As the teams finish up on their timeouts. It's going to be Cavaliers with the ball. And they really need to start scoring, and start scoring fast, if they don't want this lead to get out of hand. Of course, no worse place to be than chasing, especially in the playoffs. They're going to try and find their main man here, Manning. Roberts now. Manning, Roberts, lovely combo play. And Roberts will get a free to go. And that could be the catalyst Cavaliers need to get back into this one. Rockets lead at 8. Okosiemi gives it to McGregor. Now Rock's going to work it around here. Trying to find an opening. Faris Mughal. Ron Blaine, someone's going to put it up. And it will be Okosiemi jamming it down. And I thought he was going to pull the whole hoop down then. As the Rockets lead by 10. Okosiemi so effective under the basket there. Really using his frame to great effect. And strong under the contact. This is Roberts now. Driving in. Can't get it to go. Rebound into Okosiemi's hands. And Okosiemi really starting to find his groove and run this show now. Blaine. Powell. Powell will put it up, and it's good! Zach Powell for 3. Rockets going to lead by 13 now. Zach Powell with a lovely bit of prowess there to know that he can get that 3-point shot off. Even with the Cavaliers defender in his face. Now let's see if the Rockets defense can weather this onslaught, and Okosiemi blocks it there, but it's still in Cavaliers' hands with Manning. Manning finds space for the 3, no good off the iron again, and Okosiemi on the board. And he's really making this one his, showing up in the playoffs. Zach Powell now finds Mughal, lovely play, but he just can't get the layup to go. And that would have been some basket there for the Rockets. Manning now, kicks to the corner. 3 is up, no good. Out into Powell's hands. Rockets look to go again. Out of bounds, Rockets ball there as Zach Powell tries to spin Manning. And Rockets not slowing down here, making sure they put the Cavaliers on the back foot. Trying to keep the pace of the game up. Because they're in front, they don't mind if both teams are tired, they're happy. So it looks like we might have a timeout call here, just as I've said that, by the CB Rockets. And Rockets will be happy. I mean, Coach Smith will be really drilling into his players. Don't let it slip. Keep it calm. Just keep doing what you're doing. You're up by 13. It's a strong lead in the second quarter. We've seen these sort of leads with Rockets, and sometimes we've seen them slip, and hopefully it's not that way this evening. That's what the players will be thinking. But it might just play on the back of their minds. Might be thinking, we've been up like this before. Let it slip, you know. If Cavaliers start scoring, that's what I'll be telling the Cavaliers players if I was there. In that huddle, I'll be going, if we start putting a few points together, we're going to be able to push on, maybe put some pressure on the CB Rockets here. And make sure that they're on the back foot, that they're scared. Because obviously, you don't want to be chasing the game, but you don't want to be the team that's thrown it away. And that psychological sort of mind trick there might be Cavaliers' way to get back into the game. As the Cavaliers are back in the court, and the Rockets will be shortly. But it's Rockets with the ball, and Cavaliers will need this stop. Now, if the lead starts going to 15-16, and then if it even goes into the 20s, it's going to be a real blow to the Cavaliers' mindset. They'll be hoping for a stop here, score on the other end, and try and put a dent in this Rockets lead, currently standing at 13. Okosiemi now, he's really been showing up this game. Zach Powell off the iron, but it's into Mughal's hands. Ron Blaine, McGregor, Rockets recycling possession well. Back to Blaine. Mughal free off the iron. And Zach Powell going to pressure high up the court here. as Roberts moves it forward. Driving inside, but he runs into Okosieme, and it's jammed down by Richards. And Cavaliers have done the first part of their mammoth task of getting back into this one. They stopped the Rockets and they scored. And they might do it again here. Richards, Roberts, Barasta. It's going to be offensive foul there. And I thought for a second Cavaliers had really made a dent in that Rockets lead. But great defense there from Zach Powell. He's going to force Barasta into the offensive foul. And he's going to take a seat after that one. Cavaliers not want to risk him with 2 minutes remaining in this second quarter. As Rockets looking to get us started again. And the ball's in McGregor's hands. Mughal. Okosieme. Zach Powell. Sort of fumbled in the hands there. And it's going to be a foul on the floor here. Cavaliers ball. Maybe a mix of frustration and tactical nous there from Zach Powell. Quickly foul high up the court to make sure his team can get back. Beasley now. And it's into Rockets' hands. McGregor going to send it cross court to Powell. Now McGregor. Blaine. He's going to put one up and it's good. 13-point lead restored for the Rockets. And it's going to be a timeout called here with just under 1 minute 30 seconds remaining in this second quarter. It's going to be Cavaliers calling it. Obviously they haven't got any worse off than they were last time out, but they haven't improved. You could say they're slightly worse off because the clock is lower. But Cavaliers just got to find a rhythm here if they want to get back into this one. Defensively they're not doing awful. It's just they haven't been converting on the offensive end. They've put a lot of shots up. Good amount of free balls, but it's been rim, rim, rim. And it's looking grim, grim, grim for the London Cavaliers if they can't sort this one out. They're going to really need Manning to step it up and show why he's third in the league in 3 points made, because it just hasn't been his night so far. Meanwhile, Rockets will be saying, keep it calm, keep it simple, keep doing what we're doing. We're in a great position here, 13 points up. They'll be assuming that we're going into the half lead-in. It's just by how much. See the Cavaliers eager, they're back out, they're showing they're ready to take down this mammoth task of a 13-point advantage with 90 seconds remaining in this second quarter. And Rockets going to go high up the court here, really make it difficult for the Cavaliers. There'll be a ploy here to try and wear the opponents out while you're in front. Richards now. Manning. It just hasn't been his night from beyond the arc. And corner three, no good there from Richards. And Rockets going to get to go again. Ball to Blaine wasn't great. Go back to McGregor. Now Powell. Powell calling for the screen of Okosieme. He's rolling. Powell will put it up. It's off the rim. It's into Okosieme's hands. Back out to Powell. And that's going to be a foul on the way up. And again, Zach Powell is going to find himself at the line for two here. He's yet to miss this evening, 5 from 5. As we clean the moisture up. The free balls from the Cavaliers just not quite finding their mark. And of course, Rockets so fast on that counter, on that fast break. As Zach Powell makes his 6th in a row. The Rockets on that fast break so fast, going to really wear the Cavaliers out if it keeps happening. And Zach Powell making 7 in a row there as Rockets lead by 15. And again, guarding high up the court here, really making it difficult for the Cavaliers, and rewarded for that with Ron Blaine here driving. Puts it up, no good. It's going to be out of bounds. Rockets ball here. With 30 seconds remaining, Coach Smith delighted with his team's defensive efforts there, high up the court. Rockets just trying to find the open man, try and get it up. Rockets only got 6 in the shot clock. It'll be Ron Blaine, threes in and out. And Cavaliers got 18 seconds here to try and cut this lead down, but McGregor's not going to make it easy for Manning. And screams of defense around the Nichols Webbing centre here. Corner 3 again off the iron. Rebound into Rockets' hands, and they've got some time. McGregor, no. But Serbia Rockets will be buzzing with that performance. The Nichols Webbing centre's very happy as the Serbia Rockets going into the half-time break, leading 42 points to 27. The 15-point advantage. And with just over 7.5 minutes left on this half-time break, your CB Rockets lead 15 points advantage, 42-27. So if you're getting any refreshments, any drinks, need to make yourself a cup of tea, I'd do it now, because this has been incredible action and I don't see it slowing down anytime soon. And of course, if you're after any CB Rockets info, check out the website cbrockets.co.uk, and of course CB Rockets on Instagram and Facebook. The 26-27 season tickets will be going live soon, so if you're looking to get down to the Initials Wellbeing Centre to watch these games in person next season, I'd make sure you get them as soon as possible, as soon as they go live, because the next season should be even better than this one. Just under 5 minutes remaining in this half-time break. CB Rockets leading 42 points to 27. And it is the 26-27 season tickets releasing next week for the CB Rockets, if you're looking to pick those up. And of course it's win and you're in, lose and you go home. It's do or die for both teams here. And Cavaliers will be thinking half-time, how do we let it get so bad? How do we let it get to 15 points? And more importantly, how do we stop it and how do we claw it back? Because the game's not over, you've still got 2 quarters to go. And of course, if Rockets can do it in 2 quarters, surely you can. Surely you can overturn this deficit. But they need to come out swinging in this third quarter. They can't be slow, they can't be lazy, they can't be tired. They They have to be locked in. They have to be on it if they're going to take this one down and get themselves back into this one and book it out with Newcastle in that semi-final. Meanwhile, Rockets will be thinking, just keep it simple, nothing stupid, just play normally, lock it in, or run the clock down. Obviously not to the extent that you'd expect, a football team to do, play within the corner, but you don't have to play extremely high tempo the whole time, but maybe they want to keep doing that, try and tie Cavaliers out. It's going to be interesting to see how Coach Smith starts this third quarter, coming in about 3 minutes time. The Rockets currently looking on top, 15-point advantage, and looking like the favourites to take on Newcastle in that semi-final. And we have 1.5 minutes remaining in this half-time break here. So if you're up in the kitchen getting a coffee, getting a cup of tea, you want to come and sit back down and get ready for this one. Finish what you're doing. Stop scrolling on your Instagrams, your Twitters, your Facebooks, whatever you're doing on your phone. It's time to lock back in for the third quarter of these BCB playoffs. Quarterfinals between the City of Birmingham Rockets and London Cavaliers. Of course, Cavaliers with a mountain to climb, 15 points. The deficits. And Rockets will be thinking, just more of the same, another 2 quarters like that, and they will be booking that date with Newcastle in the playoff semi-final. And of course, last chance saloon, you only get the one shot. And who will take it will be the Cavaliers trailing by 15, or the Rockets, who put up 42 in the first 2 quarters. We'll see if Cavaliers can get that free ball flowing. Just hasn't seemed to go their way this evening as the teams finish up their huddles here. Rockets just getting that last bit of info, that last bit of game plan into their players. Coach Smith just drilling it home. They all know their roles, they all know their jobs, they're just going to carry on doing it. And they'll be booking out with Newcastle in that semi-final. But of course, the third quarter, all important for both teams here. There's a chance Rockets to run away with it. There's also a chance Cavaliers can fight back in and make it an interesting game here. But it will be Rockets starting with the ball, and it's in the hands of McGregor. I think first point's again going to be crucial. And Cavaliers really need this stop. Rockets moving around beautifully here. And they're going to pick up the first blood in this third quarter. 17 points to the lead now. Manning Hasn't been his night so far. Looking to change his fortunes. Roberts. Kick back out to Manning for 3. And he gets it to go. It's going to be a free and a sideline ball here. Cavaliers with the free and possession, and look to capitalise on this one. Brasta blocked by a combination of Powell and Blaine. As Oksiyemi takes a tumble in the paint there. Zach Powell shoots the 3 off the iron, and it's into Cavaliers' hands here. Moving forward with Manning. Got that free ball flowing earlier. Roberts. Tip back out. No good. And Cavaliers keep getting these offensive rebounds as Oksiyemi sends it away. It's his 4th block of the evening. Ron Blaine goes up, and it's good. Oksiyemi not needing to interfere. Now Rocks lead by 16. And it's getting raucous here at the Neutrals Wellbeing Centre. Getting very loud. As the crowd feeling that 1 foot in the playoff semi-finals. But silenced there. As the big 3 cutting the lead down to 13. And Cavaliers going to need a few more of them if they want to get back into this one. McGregor now. Sorry, that was Donaldson. Oksiyemi's going to shoot in and out to the hands of Zach Powell. Now McGregor. Powell. 6 on the shot clock. Someone's going to put it up. Zach Powell trying to do a bit too much there. It's going to be a stop for Cavaliers, and they're moving fast. Manning, 3 off the iron and in. Now Rockets need to just control the tempo of this one a bit. Their lead cut to 10. Manning seems to have found his spot now. Picking up 2 threes this quarter already. Donaldson no good. Oksiyemi the rebound. Keeping this possession alive for the Rockets. Blaine driving. Floater no good. Now Cavaliers looking to go again. Brasta. A foul there. It's going to be no basket, but it will be Cavaliers ball on the baseline. Foul committed there by Ron Blaine, his 2nd of the evening. Rockets 2nd of the quarter. And Cavaliers looking to capitalise here. And Brasta gets that one to go. Lead cut to 8. And Rockets just going to settle in here. 3rd quarter looking a little shaky after that Oksiyemi dunk to start it off. Donaldson. Rockets looking to score. Cavaliers looking to stop again. Blaine. Powell. And Powell hits a big 3. Just to stop the momentum of the Cavaliers, really. That's the most important thing. Lead to 11. And again, the noise level high here. Manning. Driving at the basket. High off the glass, and it's good. And Rock's looking to go with pace, and McGregor here, moving it forward. Gliding in, strong defense, and Cavaliers look to go. Roberts now. Rockets defense not set. Manning for 3. Close. Just off the inside of the rim there, but no good. Rockets leading by 9. Blaine. Out of bounds here. The Cavaliers ball. And another fruitless possession for the Rockets. Cavaliers look to move forward here with Manning. Really changed his fortunes this quarter. Beasley. Needs to go to the basket. Off the glass, no good. Ball's out. And it's going to be a Cavaliers ball here on the baseline. And Rockets will want to stop. Their lead slowly dwindling away. Only 9 points now. As they went into this quarter with a 15-point advantage. It's still a place you want to be up, but see 15 a lot greater than 9. If Cavaliers score off this possession, could be as low as 6 points, maybe 5. And at that point, you're sort of panicking a bit. Cavaliers trying to find that opening. No good, but the rebound strong. It's going to be a travel call here, I do believe. Against Collins there. A little bit of a let-off for the Rockets. McGregor. Hands it off to Blaine. Blaine's going to pull up, and it's good. It's an 11-point advantage for the CRB Rockets, with 4 minutes 40 remaining in this third quarter. Robinson Manning trying to find a way through this Rockets defense. There's not long on the shot clock. It's blocked by Blaine. And that's the issue when you get it so short on the shot clock. You have to put it up, as Blaine here posting up. Trying to shoot that fadeaway, looking like Dirk Nowitzki there. But no good. Roberts now. Off the Collins screen. It's out of bounds. Will be Cavaliers ball. Again, Cavaliers in a similar scenario to what they were earlier. Under the basket with a chance to try and cut this lead down. So around to Beasley. Barasta, hook, no good off the back of the iron. Into Beasley's hand, sent away by Okosieme. And he's been amazing this evening, and he's even going to get the interception. And now Rockets got a 2-on-1. But it's blocked by Roberts. 2 incredible blocks on both ends there. One from Roberts, one from Okosieme. And he's really showing why he's leading the league in blocks this evening. It was a little quiet this quarter after the initial points. But he's managed to make an impact there. We are going to have Donaldson at the basket here for 1. That is good. So I do believe that was a technical foul against Collins there. Rockets trying to extend that lead, currently at 12. Zach Powell off the back of the iron, no good. Okosieme fighting for it. The Cavaliers ball here. With 3.5 minutes remaining in this third quarter, Rockets lead by 12. As they try and book a date with Newcastle in the semi-finals. Rasta now. into the corner, 3, no good. It will fall into Cavaliers' hands and then into Rockets. Oksimi driving forward here. Hands it off to McGregor. And Cavaliers double team in there. McGregor finding the out ball. And Rockets trying to break this press. It's going to be a kick ball violation there, a Rockets ball. And Okosiemi will check out for Gale here. Bit of a small ball lineup here for the Rockets. Their huge centerpiece, Luke Okosiemi, taking a seat on the bench. Lane here. Going to post up. 4 on the shot clock. Someone's going to put it up. It will be Ron Blaine. No good. And Gale can get it to go on their second chance. And now Cavaliers. Throwing forward here. Trying to find an opening. Manning. Into the basket. Puts it up. No good. Rebound's knocked around, but it finds its way into Donaldson's hands. Blaine driving, lovely movement there, really showing his mastery in the post, and Rockets lead by 14. Manning, Rasta. Cavaliers really trying to find that opening here. Roberts going up Blaine. And they couldn't get it off in time, and now Zach Powell can't get it to go with the dunk, but will get it to go eventually. Rockets now leading by 16. And you must be feeling great if you're a Rockets fan, as Roberts puts it up off the iron, much like a lot of the efforts have been for the London Cavaliers. Just can't seem to get that free ball to go, something they're semi-reliant on with Juan Manning. Ball's in Rockets' hands again. And Zach Powell tries to do a lot there, but he manages to keep control of it on the floor. Not the easiest skill, especially after you've just took a tumble. Zach Powell going to drive and draw the foul. And even though the Rockets' third quarter looked a bit shaky, they'll be happy with the way it's panned out. 44 seconds on the third quarter and 14 on the shot clock. As they can let the timer run out a little bit here as Donaldson drives. Blocked by Roberts, but he's going to be out of bounds. Rockets ball, and that's just extra seconds off the clock here. 8 on the shot clock here. Rockets going to find an outlet. Going to Blaine's hands as he nearly loses it. It was a bit high to McGregor, but he'll shoot it from mid. No good, but it didn't hit the rim. And Rockets get to go again. Donaldson wide open for 2. Rockets lead by 18. No shot clock now, just 18 in this third quarter remaining. And 18 the point differential here. Rockets are leading 58-40. And that's way off. And it's going to be Rockets ball with 2.2 on the clock. And there is a chance here Rockets get it off at the buzzer. McGregor does hit the rim, but no good. And going into this third quarter break, The CB Rockets lead 58 points to 40. And if it stays as is, the CB Rockets will be taking on the second-seeded Newcastle Knights in the BCB playoff semi-finals. But of course it is the playoffs and you can't assume anything yet. Cavaliers still got a chance. 18 points is difficult but not impossible, because they really have to get some of these free balls flowing and make sure they're finding their marks, and of course get some of the stops that is getting sort of to the middle of that third quarter, as opposed to the end where Rockets seem to manage to find their groove and extend their lead to 18. It was as low as 9 at one point, and the Cavaliers just letting it slip. And I don't know if that's maybe the way the Rockets played in the first two quarters, sort of running the Cavaliers around, making sure the pressure was high, the pacing was intense. I feel like it maybe favoured the Rockets as they have players who play less minutes. Obviously AJ Roberts playing the third most minutes in the league, Joanne Manning playing the fourth, and maybe that's taken its toll now as we get to the postseason and the playoffs. There are Rockets only having Ron Blaine, who's sixth highest in minutes played, and obviously having a nice rotation on the bench, being able to swap their players out. But I think the standout man for me has been Luke Okosieme. Must be about 5 blocks he's had this evening, and really just showing the different teammates, knowing that if the man does get past you, they've still got to get past him, and really allowing you to play this high tempo defense that the Rockets love so well. And it's going to be out of bounds Cavaliers ball here as we get into the fourth and final quarter. And Cavaliers know what they have to do here. One Manning. Yeah, it's all Lowry now. Trying to find that opening. Goes right to Manning for 3, and it's good. And Rockets just have to keep an eye on him. Obviously, one of the best three-point shooters in the league. And they don't want to give him too many wide-open threes like that, even though he hasn't been on mark this evening. He managed to find a rhythm, could spell doom for the Rockets, or at least cause them a bit of trouble. Donaldson now in the post, trying to get it up, no good. And Cavaliers doing what they need to do here, getting stops and trying to get some baskets. It's going to be fouling the way up here. It will be Collins at the line for 2. Foul committed by Larry Duru here. That's his first of the evening. Collins sinks the first. And Collins sinks the second, and the lead down to 13 now. And that's 5 points off the lead in just under a minute. Rockets going to have to sort of shore up their defences here and make sure they just don't let this one slip. Easy to get complacent when you have these large leads. Zach Powell now, driving into traffic. Kicks it out to McGregor. Donaldson will put it up for 3, and it's good. And again, just another thing to swing the pendulum in Rockets' favour. Beasley now with nearly a wide open lane. He'll get fouled on the way up and gets himself to the line for 2. But again, Rockets just trying to swing it back in their favour, make sure it's not all Cavaliers this quarter. And Beasley will have to make sure these go. It's easy to think, oh, we've got loads of time, 8.5 minutes, but it's going to quickly dwindle down. And you won't pass up easy points here at the charity stripe. But the Rockets crowd not going to make it easy for him. I can hear Vuvuzelas horns and some chanting. Maybe that just got in Beasley's head there. As the first one a little short in the front of the rim. Just looking at Martin Gale here lurking. Second one as well, no good. Larry Duru with the rebound. Yeah, Martin Gale just lurking, making sure that all the Cavaliers players can't, you know, pressure the basket for the offensive rebound. McGregor swings it around and now it's into Donaldson. Plays it off his opponent there. It's going to be out of bounds Cavaliers ball here, to the dismay of a few of the Rockets players and fans. Manning moving the ball forward here. Collins with the screen. McGregor keeping up with Manning. Gets the basket off the glass, no good. Donaldson. McGregor. Donaldson for three. Off the iron, but he gets his own rebound straight back to him. He's going to drive for a two here. Blocked off the glass. He's going to be fouled on the way up and gets up to the line for two. Foul committed by Beasley. And Donaldson's first one is good. Lead now at 17. And this will restore it to the 18-point advantage they had going into this fourth quarter. And he does do that. The 18-point lead is restored. And of course, Rockets will be loving that. 2 minutes off the game clock and you're still where you were going into this quarter. Obviously, Cavaliers, no time is running out. Off the iron again here. Cavaliers just can't seem to get it to go, but they got the rebound. The corner, they're still looking for an opportunity here. Free ball is good now. And it will be Del Sol Lowry putting the Rockets lead down to 15. McGregor driving, really trying to put this Cavaliers defense on the back foot. And that will be out of bounds. Rockets ball. They're going to have the general Zach Powell coming back in. See if he can make sure his troops are all in order as they look to take this one down. Just 7:13 remaining in this fourth quarter. Gale now. Donaldson. Gale for three off the iron. It's back into Donaldson's hands. Off the iron again. Zach Powell get the rebound. It's going to be a jump ball. That's going to go the way as Rockets. We're going to have Roberts coming back in for Beasley. He's played a lot of minutes this season. As I've said, third most in the league at nearly 900 minutes in the regular season. Larry Duru's going to get himself two. Lovely moves in the post. You can see why he's off to America next year. And he'll be open to take the BCB trophy with him. That's what I was saying. AJ Roberts played a lot of minutes this season. And maybe sort of catching up with him now as he checks back in. Manning trying to get the kick ball off Donaldson there. 5 on the shot clock. He's going to drive at the basket here. No good. Ball out of bounds. No, still in. Brilliantly played by the Rockets to make sure that one stays alive. Duru. Playing. And Rockets again fine with this scenario. They don't mind the shot clock running down. And Gale sort of, I don't know what happened there, just sort of bounced up off his hands. Maybe he wasn't expecting it. The Cavaliers move the ball swift, trying to find that opening. The Rockets defense gets set. Manning driving. And he'll pick up 2 points there, cut the lead down to 15. It's only 6 minutes remaining in this one. The Cavaliers obviously got to guard high up here. You've got to try and get the ball, try and get a steal, try and make it hard for Rockets. because you just can't let them precious seconds tick off the clock. Donaldson. Blaine. Donaldson for 3, and it's good. And he's been on fire this quarter. I believe that's his 3rd 3-pointer. It's really helped stem some of the worries Rockets might have had, as Richards will strike back with that one. Yeah, stem some of the worries Rockets had as their lead started to dwindle early on. Now it's with Blaine. Blaine puts it up. No good. It'll be Richards with the rebound. Now Manning. That's a Richards. Background to Manning. Manning puts up the 3, and it's good. And that's going to be timeout call for the Rockets, as the Cavaliers have cut the Rockets lead down to 12 with 4.5 minutes remaining in this 4th quarter. Rockets still with a commanding lead, but obviously slipped away a little bit. Of course, Manning hitting them threes now, something he's characteristically known for. Obviously 8th highest scorer in the league with 479 points in the regular season. And he averages about 18.4 a game, and he just hasn't been quite hitting his 3-pointers that he would usually do. That would bolster that score. Actually sunk 89 3-pointers in the regular season, finishing 3rd in the league. And he's sort of finding his spots now. And the Rockets just going to call the timeout, try and kill a bit of that momentum. It's really going to cause issues if Manning keeps hitting them threes and the lead's just going to go going down and down. But of course, Donaldson's threes keeping Rockets head above water, making sure they stay in front. It's going to be interesting to see if Luka Okosiemi will check back in. Obviously very strong in the defensive end, not saying Larry Duru isn't, but I think they're different kinds of players. I think Luka Okosiemi really great when the guard bursts past your perimeter. So it looks like Okosiemi will be checking back in. But Okosiemi great at defending that rim. You know, it's very intimidating to drive past, and you're staring at a nearly 7-foot frame under the basket. Well, Larry Duru a bit better in the post, in my opinion. So we're going to have a foul called here. It's going to be two team fouls each here, with 4.5 minutes remaining in this 4th quarter. We've got Powell now. Pops it off to Blaine. Not long on the shot clock now. Donaldson sort of just has to get it off. And a decent effort considering he had about half a second to throw that one up. Manning now. Rockets can't let him get hot. And he puts it high off the glass. Lead reduced to 10. The crowd's going to show their support for the Rockets here as Donaldson drives in, kicks to the corner. Gale, Blaine. Blaine drives, and the layup is good. Lead extended to 12. Manning. And Cavaliers trying to find that opening. Free ball no good off the iron. Rockets will get this one and go. Zach Powell dispossessed. Goes to Manning, and he'll pick up 2. And did Zach Powell really need to try and spin his opponent there with 3 minutes remaining in this 4th quarter? Coach Smith didn't seem like he was happy with that one, but he does sliver through 2 now and tries to make up for his mistake. And he'll go up to the line for 2. as McGregor will be coming back in for Martin Gale. It's just the strength of these Rockets players and the depth of the squad. Martin Gale, Lucas McGregor, always having a player to check in, especially when you look through that down that Rockets bench. A lot of top quality talent. And Zach Powell misses his first free throw of the night. And that could be costly for the Rockets, only leading by 10. Cavaliers finding a bit of form here. And we'll see if he can make his second here. And he misses the second as well. And maybe a bit of nerves leaking into Zach Powell's game there. And Cavaliers might try and capitalise on that. Manning. And look, see, he did send it away, but his foul was already called. And that's something that the Rockets just need to be careful about. You don't want to give away too many fouls now. Obviously, a lot of players that love driving on the Cavaliers. The game clock's still ticking down here. The Cavaliers are not happy about this one. Still ticking down. Obviously, this is not actually being taken off the clock. Clearly some technical issues, as we hope to get that one resolved. But of course, if you haven't heard, it's Newcastle Knights in the semi-final. And that's who these teams are waiting to face. Winner will go there, loser will end their season tonight. And if you're looking to follow the CB Rockets next season, in the 26-27 season, then the season tickets will be going on sale next week. So check out CB Rockets on socials to keep up to date on that one. As referee is just going to call the players off the court here while we try and resolve this issue with the game clock. In case you're just joining us, there is not 1 minute remaining on the clock. It's closer to 3, about 2.5. Even though the clock is ticking down, the game is currently paused while we try and resolve this issue, as it just couldn't be stopped for some reason or another after that foul on the way up. As we wait for the Cavaliers, we'll be shooting 2 free throws once we resolve this issue, as they try to put that Rockets lead down to 8. I believe it's close to 2.5 minutes remaining. Fourth quarter. I'm sure Rockets would love it if this was the time left on the clock, but unfortunately for them, it will be about 2.5 minutes, I do believe. As we just try and sort this one out, something going on with the scorers table here. And that is not the end of the game for anyone following. There's still 2.5 minutes remaining or so. We're sorry for this inconvenience. It looks like we may have to restart the system. The referee is just talking to Coach Smith here to see what's going on. Of course, CB Rockets up 70 points to 60. I know that you may not be able to see the score on the stream. There should be about 2.5 minutes remaining in this quarter and in this game. I understand it's currently displaying the time on the stream. An issue, I believe, with either the scoreboards or the scoring device they use to keep track of the scores. As the crowd tries to keep in high spirits, obviously we apologise for this delay. But it is 70 points to 60 in favour of the CB Rockets, with Cavaliers at the line for 2. But there has been a stoppage due to the failure on the technical side here by the scoreboards. So we're just trying to get this resolved. We apologise for the delay. Both teams using this as an effective free timeout. Cavaliers will be using it to try and get back into this one, find out what they can do. Maybe they've found some holes in the Rockets defense, and Rockets again trying to shore up, make sure they don't get rid of this one. Obviously 2.5 minutes, I believe, is approximately what's left in this fourth quarter. So just waiting for this one to be resolved. I don't have any further information on the issue. Spirits looking high in the Rockets bench there as they vibe to the tunes in the stadium. Obviously trying to keep the crowd entertained as we deal with this extended delay. Again, we apologise for this delay. Of course, the game will resume once we can sort the scoreboard out. It's 70 points to 60 in favour of the CB Rockets. However, we just couldn't stop the game clock for some reason or another, and that has led to this delay. I'm unsure what the issue is. But if you're planning on getting any snacks or maybe a toilet break, I'd find this opportunity to go now, as I'm sure the last 2 or so minutes will be very, very intense. And I'll just run you through some of the highest scorers of the evening. Even with Manning not having a stellar night, he's still put up 22 points this evening. And he has played about 36 minutes. 3-point percentage uncharacteristically low though, only converting 4 of his 11 attempts. Meanwhile, Rockets' leading scorer was Ron Blaine so far, putting up the 20 points. Zach Powell putting up 17, but only going 4 of 12 from the field, the majority of those being free throws, 7 of 9 from the line. McGregor coming out with 5 assists. Ron Blaine also having 4 for the Rockets, as we still try and get this scoreboard issue resolved. From my angle, it looks like we're getting a new piece of equipment out, maybe swapping it out for a different one. Again, we apologise for the delays, and I'm hoping it will be worth it once we get this one underway, and we will be able to see the conclusion to this playoff quarter-final between the City of Birmingham Rockets and the London Cavaliers. I believe the score is currently 70 points to 60, and Cavaliers will have a chance at the line for 2 when we resume. Again, in case you're just joining us, the game is not over. There is still approximately 2.5 minutes remaining. We've just had some issues with the game clock being unable to be stopped. And so we've had to delay the game at the moment. And of course, it's going to affect players in different ways. You see a couple of players out there still trying to stay warm. I'll tell you, from being inside the arena, temperature not the hottest, not the coolest. But obviously I'm sitting here in a jacket, and a lot of them players out there in just their uniforms. Hoping to get this underway shortly. A lot of the players just trying to stay warm. You see them rejoining the court here and getting some warm-ups underway. And I'm hoping that means we're not too far away from restarting this fourth quarter. And I'm seeing stuff pop up on the scoreboard. And hopefully we can get this resolved shortly. Looking like we may have a life in here. Teams just making sure they stay warm here. As we look like we're making progress towards getting this game restarted. Should be about 2.5 minutes remaining in this fourth quarter once we get there. Yeah, and I'm seeing here that the scoreboard is kaput. All it's doing is turning it on and off, but obviously we've swapped that out for a new one. As you'll see, the points just start going up and up now as we try and restore the game state. I believe it should be 70 points to 60. If my memory serves me well. It's 70 points to 63. Nope, 70 points to 60. I was correct. My apologies. Now we just have to get the game clock down. And it looks like 2 minutes 32 remaining in this one. Unfortunately, that has reset the scores for some reason, so we just have to sort them out. But we look like we may be underway shortly. So if you got up to make that cup of tea, I hope you're back down and ready to lock in for the last 2.5 minutes of this fourth quarter. You can stop scrolling on Twitter or Instagram or whatever your social media of choice was, as we look like we're about to get this one back underway with the Cavaliers at the line. Just as the teams finish their warm-ups. Very weird to see the teams warming up in the fourth quarter, but obviously they don't want to get cold. Don't want to see any cramps. Just try and make sure we stave them off. It'll be interesting to see how the referees go about this restart. But we've got the scores and the time on the clock, as well as the team fouls in the quarter. I think they might run it out as a timeout effectively. But it looks like we will be underway shortly. Just think the scorers there was just going to make sure they input all the team fouls and player fouls for the information. But it doesn't look like this scoreboard is working, thankfully. so we may be able to resume this one. 2:32 on the clock. And it will be the Cavaliers to start us off at the line when we do resume. You're just joining us and wondering, thought this one would be over by now. We had a delay due to the game clock not being able to be stopped. My apologies, lost my words there. Game clock couldn't be paused, ended up ticking out. We believe the scoreboard failed, and so we had to swap that one out. A little bit of a lengthy process. And so just received word that there was a battery issue with the console, is what I'm being told. And so that is the reason the shot clock couldn't be stopped. Not the shot clock, sorry, the game clock. And I think they're just going to give the players a bit of time to warm up to make sure they're all going to play this one without getting, or at least reducing their chances of getting an injury or a deep cramp. We are looking to restart shortly. Going to let the players finish their warm-ups, make sure everything is okay. Before we restart this one. Again, we are sorry for the delay. Just try and make sure everything is sorted before we restart this one. And it looks like we may be restarting. I hear a cheer go up around the ground. And we should be able to conclude this one if you're just joining us. A battery issue with the console meant we couldn't stop the game clock. We've had to replace that. And that is the cause of the lengthy delay. But it will be Cavaliers at the line for 2, currently down by 10. And it's going to be interesting to see how this delay impacts both teams. Obviously, you've had a bit of time to catch your breath. Cavaliers were looking a little leggy out there, and this might favour them a bit more than the Rockets. It looks like the teams are going to a huddle. And the teams are retaking the course. It looks like we're ready for action. And we're sorry for this delay, but we're back underway. And this should be an electric 2.5 minutes with Cavaliers at the line. First one, no good there from Delsel Lowry. And if I'm him, I'm blaming that on the long delay. Second one bounces out. Okosiemi gets the rebound. We're going to have a foul on the floor here. It's going to go the way of the CB Rockets. Going to go all the way over to Blaine here. And Rockets just trying to run the clock down a little bit. They're up by 10. Donaldson have to put it up. And it's good! It's a 2 though, it is a 2. But that's exquisite at the buzzer. The shot clock running out. Cavaliers fighting back in, no good. Collins now. Kicked out. I think Cavaliers might have to try and find that free ball, but Manning's not been on it this evening. That's a shot clock violation. The cheers are raucous here. And the neutral as well being centre as Rockets get possession. Rockets send it long to Blaine. Now Donaldson. And Rockets just going to make sure they move the ball around here, run the clock down a bit. And if it stays like this, they will be booking their date with Newcastle in the semi-finals. As McGregor doing a great job there of stalling out the clock. Cavaliers just couldn't get out to him fast enough. And even though it's a backcourt violation, he's done a great job of knocking about 4 or 5 extra seconds off that game clock. 1 minute 17, just 77 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. Rockets leading by 12. Offensive foul, and the Rockets will be loving that one. That's going to be a foul, and Rockets going to get themselves a line for 2. It's going to be Lucas McGregor. Going to be hoping to convert these and put Rockets even further ahead. McGregor gets the second one. Rockets lead by 13. And Zach Powell will almost get the steal, but he will knock it out of bounds. And Rockets leading by 13 with just over a minute remaining. If Cavaliers want it, they need to do something special now. They need to put some shots up. And that one's blocked. Okosiemi will grab that one. Passes it off. Donaldson flips it through. Rockets move the ball beautifully, just running time off the clock. Foul all the way up, and Rockets get to the line for 2. And you have to think that will be the CB Rockets joining the Newcastle Knights in this playoff semi-final. And the crowd's loving this one. As Mughal will be checking in here for Okosiemi. First one is good from Zach Powell. It's been great at the line this evening. And looks like he'll be keeping that one up. That one off the iron there, cursed him a little bit. Cavaliers looking to push the pace. And it's stolen by Mughal. Blaine. Donaldson. Tries to oop it to Powell, but it's going in itself. And Cavaliers trying to try a bit of long ball here, and they will pick up 2. It's going to be substitution here. It's going to be Duru, Basiudis and Grayling checking in for Rockets. Making sure they get a bit of PT. Rockets leading by 12 and will be facing the Newcastle Knights in the playoff semi-final as they look to try and get their double this season, obviously getting the BCB trophy earlier in the year. Duru gives it Grayling. Basiudis. McGregor. As they're just going to sort of run this one out. And it is going to be the COB Rockets advancing to that playoff semi-final, winning 74 points to 62. And what a playoff quarter-final it was. It had drama, it had back and forth, it even had a relatively long delay in the middle of the fourth quarter. We had a warm-up. Really everything you could ask for. But the CB Rockets will be taking it down, 74 points to 62. Of course, make sure you catch the Rockets playing Newcastle Knights in that playoff semi-final. We'd like to thank you all for watching this evening. I've been Dave Earls, and we hope to catch you on the live stream again next time. Thank you all for watching. Let's hope you go carry on supporting the CB Rockets, London Cavaliers, or the BCB in general. Good night, and see you again soon.